Hello everybody, my name is Steve Newman and I'm a Learning Skills Advisor with the Student Centre in Launceston. Today's talk is about examination preparation. I'm going to break examination preparation into three sections: pre-revision, revision and managing the examination. Firstly, pre-revision. You already have an examination timetable. It is a good time to create a revision planner. Begin it now and cover the weeks until your last examination. Put fixed commitments on your calendar: work, lectures, tutorials, any assignments you have yet to complete, outside commitments, etc. Now put your examinations on your calendar. The idea is that you work back from your examination dates and enter periods for revision for each unit. You may want to give each unit equal weighting, or you may choose to allocate more time to difficult subjects. You're the best person to make that choice. Apart from the unalterable commitments that you have, the main thing you should have on the calendar is periods for revision. However, don't make the mistake of creating an unreasonable daily revision load. You won't achieve 16 hours per day of revision. It is far better to allocate a sustainable amount of time each day. It's important too that you allocate time for you during the revision period. Have a reasonable and achievable revision program rather than one that you can't achieve, and one that will lead you to be frustrated about your progress. Next, find out as much as you can about the paper. How long is it? What sort of questions are asked? Are they essay, short answer, problem solving or multiple choice questions? Are there past papers available? Is there information about your exam in the unit outline? Is the exam designed to offer choice in what you revise? Are there any revision seminars offered for the unit? If so, attend them. Also, it's very important to attend the last lecture and tutorial in the unit. This is definitely not a waste of time. Here you should learn what topics you will need to cover in your revision. The idea of pre-revision is that you learn as much as possible about the nature of the examination and its likely content. The second section is revision. Ideally, you have been revising all semester and reviewing each topic within your unit as they have been covered. In any event, serious revision should start about 4 weeks before the examination. Once you have worked out what topics you need to cover in your revision, it's a good idea to create a good set of notes. You may already have such a set. If not, create them. Synthesise the best material from your lectures, readings and material published on Milo, etc. Ensure that these notes are clear and comprehensive. Keep them in good order throughout the revision period. If, for example, you choose to condense them, keep the originals in good condition. Many of you will have revision techniques that you favour. In part, these will be determined by your personal learning style. Other considerations are the style of the exam you are sitting and the need to make revision active. Generally, sitting in your room and just reading is passive revision. Active revision is recommended. This means making use of more of your senses and more areas of your brain. It means injecting variety into your timetable. It means actively trying to create understanding of the topic. Examples include writing notes, reading definitions aloud, testing yourself, drawing diagrams and creating a concept or mind map. Mnemonics are useful. You can summarise information as an acronym, a sentence or through rhyme. Also, it's a good idea to have revision techniques which reflect the nature of the examination. So for essay papers, practice writing questions from previous papers under exam conditions. Or for multiple choice papers, practice these questions too. On a regular basis during the course of the revision period, you should review your progress. Frequently ask yourself the questions: what has been done and what needs to be done? After revision sessions, what is left to do on that topic? At the end of the day and at the end of the week, what is left on your list to do? Reviewing can lead to regrouping. This may mean that your timetable is not working. Rather than becoming depressed, reorganise your timetable. Regrouping is a sensible tactic, not a sign of failure. Allow yourself to have short breaks. Take short breaks for 5 or 10 minutes, something non-academic such as listening to music or the radio. Get some fresh air, change tasks. Variety means building in some activities that you like. Stage 3, managing the examination. Firstly, essay and short answer questions. Time allocation is very important for essay examinations. A 2-hour paper which asks for 3 essays means 40 minutes for each essay. 5 minutes for planning and the rest for writing. Write your time allocation down so you know when to begin the next question. Don't make the mistake of spending too much time on a question. The extra marks you might get are unlikely to compensate for the marks you lose on a later question when you run out of time. Marks will be allocated for each question. If you miss a question, your mark will be 0 for that question, so therefore you should attempt all questions. Also, you will need to do some question analysis. You need to ensure you answer the question, so you need to spend 5 minutes working out what the question asks of you and planning your response. It's important that you understand the various directive words that may be used in essay questions. Examples include discuss, compare and contrast, and outline. A quick Google search will give you a full list. Write legibly. Be aware of grammar, spelling and punctuation. Although markers will be more lenient in this regard than they would with assignments, it is still important to be as accurate as possible. I suggest you attempt the easy questions first, or at least the questions that you see as being easy. This will help your confidence and is a good strategy if time is a problem late in the exam. If you run out of time, answer in point form and leave time to proofread. Next, multiple choice questions. Don't underestimate. Multiple choice papers are just as challenging as other sorts of papers. Read the question very carefully and in particular be very careful of questions that contain negatives. Again, time allocation is important. Find out how many questions there will be and allocate your time accordingly. Be aware of the subtle differences in choices. At least 2 answers will be very close in meaning. Next, managing the examination. The night before the exam, make sure you know the time, place and materials required for the exam. Pack your bag the night before, review your summary sheets. Don't panic if you don't sleep well. Adrenaline will help carry you through. However, try doing something non-exam related before you go to bed. On the morning of the exam, avoid rushing and time stress, eat moderately and don't overindulge in caffeine. Avoid activities that increase your stress and don't forget your student card. This is very important. During the exam, use the reading time as planning and reading time. Jot down your time schedule for the exam and refer back to it. If you become stressed during the exam, take a moment to relax yourself. At the end of the examination, check that your front page of the paper is completed as it should be. And after the exam, take a break before starting to prepare for the next one. Good luck.